like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this edition of a Funko podcast. I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
Today, in general, I had 2 pieces of toast with guacamole, and there's snow on the ground, which, thank God for that. Let's get the snow over and done with so that I don't have to see snow 2 weeks before my birthday. And for those that don't know, my birthday's in May. Yes, we've had that here in Canada the last couple of years where we've actually seen snow in May, which is just so stupid. Like, let's just end it at the end of February, early March, and then let's just get April showers, May bring flowers, all right? Let's not have this random bull crap. But anyways, so today's podcast, we're going to talk about the remaining Funko Pops of November 2020, which there are a ton of Pops, actually, because there has been like 6 days at least of announcements. We did record last week's podcast on November 22nd, the day of WWE Survivor Series. So we do have a bit of catching up to do in terms of November Pops. But after that, we have our segment, The Update, which, of course, for those that don't know, The Update is where obviously we'll talk about the November Pops that we have to catch up on, and then we update our top 10 list from last week to see if any Pops that we're going to talk about today will actually be added to that top 10 list now. And then, of course, we are going to talk about the first 4 Funko Pop announcements for the month of December 2020. Of course, there's probably going to be some during this week already that we won't be able to talk about, but it will be moved over to next week's podcast. So without further ado, let's kick off with those remaining Pops of November 2020, which, kicking off November 22nd, Box Lunch had announced their own exclusive 6-inch Baymax with Moochie, in which there's going to be also a glow-in-the-dark chase variant to go along with this, and this is available now at Box Lunch stores and online. Then on November 23rd, Funko had done a Funko Shop drop of various different Pops that were already announced, like I think Flock Sonic was a part of that, the Mandalorian, or not Mandalorian, but it's like a Super Commando, from Clone Wars. And then I think another Pop, but a brand new Pop has been added. It is a Pop and DVD bundle of the man, the myth, the legend, the boss himself, the CEO of Funko, Brian Mariotti, which this was limited to 5,000 pieces. So you guys know what I'm going to say now. It's sold out. Then Funimation had announced their own exclusive Pop of Ochako, and I'm not even going to pronounce the last name, from My Hero Academia, which also has its own 1-in-6 unmasked chase, in which this was originally available for Funimation subscribers only, but was eventually open to the public. And from our last update, it has since been sold out. Then Hot Topic had announced their own exclusive Diamond Collection Coca-Cola Bear Pop, which this is available now on the Hot Topic website. And then Funko had announced a Holiday Freddy Funko Pop, which this was given out to people who had purchased more than $75 worth of items on the Funko Shop as of Black Friday, which is available now and will be available until supplies last. Then November 24th, Funko had announced what would have been the last Pop for the Pop in a Box Con announcements, which is a Morgan and Tony Stark glow-in-the-dark 2-pack, which, of course, it is a Pop in a Box exclusive, and this is available for pre-order now and is expected to release as early as January 2021. Then Funko had announced a brand new set of Star Wars concept series Pops, which we have ourselves Darth Vader, R2-D2, Yoda, and C-3PO. And then Box Lunch had announced their own exclusive glow-in-the-dark Venomized Doctor Strange, which this is available now both in stores and online. Then on November 25th, FYE had announced their own exclusive 10-inch Jack Skellington with Zero that glows in the dark, in which that is also available now to order on FYE's website and in stores. Then Fanatics had announced their own exclusive of a white attired Tiger Woods with the blue shirt, in which that is available now on Fanatics' website. Then GameStop had announced their own exclusive pop of a street art Luke Cage, which that is available for pre-order now and is expected to release as early as December 2020. So essentially, as you guys are listening to this, it was still this month. And GameStop had also announced that day the remaining pops for the Black Friday Venomized Fantastic Four box, which of course, like originally announced, there is a Venomized thing, but there's also a metallic variant to go along with that as a potential pop to get. But there is also 3 more characters with another variant added for each character. So we got Mr. Fantastic, which has a metallic variant, Invisible Girl, which has a translucent variant, and then Human Torch, which has a glow-in-the-dark variant. This was available 2 days earlier than when it was supposed to be released as a huge bundle, but it did release, of course, on Black Friday and is available now. Then on November 26th, Bait had announced their own exclusive Baby Milo Pop, which this was available for people who got entered into their raffle, but has since sold out. Then November 27th, as a part of Funko Fridays at Target, Target had announced their own exclusive pop of Metalhead from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Retro Toys lineup, in which that is available now both in stores and online. Then Pop Culture had announced a 10-inch zombie Black Panther, which that is available now on Pop Culture's website and is yet to release in either Canada or the US. Assuming, knowing how these zombie pops have been going, this will probably be a Walmart exclusive in the US. Then FYE had announced their own exclusive of a black and white Stephen King with balloon pop, which that is available now. Then on November 28th, Pop Culture had announced 2 exclusive pops, one of a glow-in-the-dark holiday Groot and the other being the PC Popples for Popples in the Retro Toys lineup, which that is available now on Pop Culture's website, but is yet to be released in either Canada or the US. Then on November 30th, the last day of November, Funko had announced, or I should say, they have re-announced the big wave of Golden Girls pops that were previously announced on Fun TV, but have added a new pop to it, and that is a Diamond Collection Sophia that will be exclusive to FYE, and that is available for pre-order now and is expected to release as early as February 2021. And then the last pop for November 2020, as a part of Mando Mondays, Funko had announced a Red Chrome Mandalorian, which this is available now for Red Card members only, but will be available for non-members in the spring of 2021. So starting off with the Big Hero 6 Baymax pop. I think this is a pretty cool pop, honestly. I kind of remember this scene where the cat runs up the stairs and then like Baymax is holding the cat, obviously, as shown in the pop, and he's like, "Harry, baby," or something like that. I don't think we necessarily needed a glow-in-the-dark variant to go along with this. At least that's what I think, but it's still pretty cool, though. Then we got Brian Mariotti. I really never thought there would be the day that we actually got a Brian Mariotti pop. Like, it's been discussed, like, hey, how cool would it be to have a Brian Mariotti pop, or how weird it would be. You got all these licensors who still have yet to get pops, but then you got the boss himself, Brian Mariotti. But it's also cool that they made it into a pop and I should say a pop and DVD bundle, not a pop and tea bundle, with the Making Fun documentary, and it was limited to 5,000 pieces. So realistically, the hardcore fans got at this, and probably bots got at this. I would probably only get it just for the sticker because it's got a Making Fun 5,000 piece sticker and not a Funko Shop exclusive sticker. So I think that's pretty cool. The Ochako, or however it's pronounced, and once again, I'm not going to pronounce the last name. This is pretty cool. I know that this was originally, like, not this exact mold, but they had a different mold of this character for San Diego Comic-Con 2017, I believe, and, like, it was super expensive. But now, with the release of this pop, I feel like it's going to kind of bring the value down of the other pop because it's actually in a better mold, and you got a bit of a base going on with it, which is pretty cool. I'm sure that My Hero Academia fans are happy about this pop. Then we got the Diamond Collection Hot Topic exclusive Coca-Cola bear, which did it really need to happen? Not really. I mean, they already did the flocked variant and the 10-inch variant. I mean, they're just milking the hell out of Coca-Cola at this point. The Holiday Freddy Funko. It's not bad. It's pretty cool that these are getting given out and not like being purchased. Then we got the Avengers Endgame 2-pack. Just when you thought that there wasn't going to be any more Endgame pops and you thought that there wasn't going to be any more Endgame pops that were going to be amazing, then they come out with this, which is just so mint. Oh my God. it does have great amount of detail, and I love how they have it glow in the dark for the sake of Morgan's helmet, which is simply would be her mom's helmet, glowing in the dark with the eyes, and then you have the head there. They're kind of mixing two scenes actually in one with this pop, because Morgan Found with the helmet is in a different scene rather than what they're showing with the Tony, because the Tony here is like a holographic version where he's talking to his daughter from like somewhere else. And that's basically where I think he says, I love you 3000 for the first time. So there's a lot of hype right there. And I kind of want to know if the blue's going to glow in the dark well with the Tony, because I feel like the Tony's got to glow in the dark. The Star Wars concept series pops. Now, we heard rumors about these and we were pretty pumped about them, but I kind of find the Darth Vader to be a little odd, in my opinion, compared to the Star Wars Celebration version. R2-D2 looks cool. It looks like he was originally intended to look like the Death Star. And he got Yoda. Oh, good old Yoda. Yoda looks like the offspring of Grandma Coco and Hoggle from the Labyrinth. Some people have been comparing it to the one character from Spaceballs. I can't remember the name of that character, but people have been comparing it to that character. And then you got C3PO, which I find actually probably is the best one out of these four, to be honest. And I know you, MD, you were pumped about when the original concept series pops were released for Star Wars Celebration that, like, man, I can't wait to see a potential C3PO concept series pop. Then we got the glow in the dark Doctor Strange Venomized pop, which, like, I'm happy, but I'm not happy about this pop. I'm happy because the mold looks awesome and I love what glows in the dark. What I hate about it is that they already released a Venomized Doctor Strange, not only for the Venomized lineup, but a glow in the dark variant that was exclusive to Amazon earlier in the year. And then now you have this pop. So it makes me think, like, what was even the point of making the original glow in the dark pop when you had this one? The glow in the dark 10-inch Jack Skellington was 0. It's not bad. The Tiger Woods. I kind of like this Tiger Woods actually better than the original one, just because I feel like the white and the blue actually look really nice on this pop. Then you got the Street Art Collection pops, which, man, a lot of colors going on and very distracting. That's all I got to say. I have nothing to say about this pop. I'm not a fan of these Street Art Collection pops. Then you got the Venomized box. Some of these pops are great, but then there's a few that are like, why is this even a thing? So the metallic variants. Why does Mr. Fantastic need a metallic variant? And why does the Thing need a metallic variant? I feel like the original variants are just good on its own. You don't need a metallic variant. I don't like the orange color actually on the metallic variant of the Thing. I feel like it shouldn't have been made. It should have been like, if you wanted to make more pops, you should have done the Venomized variants of what you got going on with the keychains. Not just the keychains, but also the pocket pops and the pins. Because you have Super Skrull, Doctor Doom, and Galactus, which will have looked nuts as Venomized pops. I will give GameStop credit that when I mentioned about the bundle, meaning that for the price of, I think it's $150 US, you're able to get all 8 pops with all of the items that you could potentially get instead of getting so many different boxes, and most likely you would get repeats of pins and keychains and possibly repeats of certain pops also. Then we got the Baby Milo, which I have no idea what this is, so I'm not really going to say much about it, but it's all right. Then we got Metalhead from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know a lot of people were super hyped when this got leaked because, of course, the world we live in when it comes to Funko. The detail's really nice. I don't know the character basically, I guess, at all, I should say. But like I said, there's a lot of people who are super hyped for this pop. 10-inch Zombie Black Panther. This is all right. I mean, this is a cool way to get Zombie Black Panther because I think the original 4-inch pop actually got postponed at the moment. Looking at the detail of this is pretty cool, though. I'll admit that. The black and white Stephen King. I would have rather seen another variant of Stephen King before we got a black and white variant of like an already existing one, because there's obviously this one, and then there's the Stephen King with the blood on his face. It is what it is. Holiday Groot is all right because I do like the fact they made it glow in the dark, especially because, of course, what glows in the dark are the lights and the stars and everything that should glow in the dark. So I guess it's cool in that factor. And then the PC Popples, which, if I'm not mistaken, and of course, we won't know this as of for us because we're recording this on a Wednesday. We won't know it until Friday when this gets released, that I think this is going to be the pop as a part of Funko Fridays this week for Target. So I think this is releasing at Target. I like the colors involved with this. This is a pretty cool variant of the Popples pop. Then we got the Diamond Collection Sophia, which it's all right. I guess it's one of those, I'll have to see it in person before I give my true opinion on this. And then the Red Mando. trash. It is trash. Why? I was hoping, and it's funny, I was going to mention this a few weeks back, that it seems like the way they were going with Mando Mondays is that they were going to release a moment from every episode for the next 8 weeks leading up. Especially, how cool would it have been to see a pop involving this past week's episode? Because, man, so far, probably the best episode we've seen in The Mandalorian was this past week. Then we get this pop. I get it. There's people who like Chrome, but it's like it's not needed, though. So overall, it's trash.
All right, so starting out with the new Big Hero 6 pop, this is all right. I really do like what this looks like, but at the same time, I do agree with you that I don't think it's really needed. I mean, I feel like we've seen enough Big Hero 6 pops. I mean, this has been a lineup for a while, and I think they've done everything that they really needed to do. The Brian Mariotti, this is hilarious. Yeah, obviously we've talked about it multiple times, possibly seeing a Brian Mariotti pop, and it's finally came to fruition. It looks good. It looks like him. The only gripe I have is that I think it should have been less limited, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I think it should have been like 8,000, 9,000, possibly even 10,000 pieces, just because of the fact that I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that definitely want this pop. Like, I want this pop, and now it's sold out, and I don't even really have the chance to buy it, and I would have bought it, especially because I wouldn't mind having a copy of the movie Making Fun. Then the My Hero pop, this is weird. I mean, the pop looks great itself. It's a really cool, I guess, deluxe kind of pop. But the chase version just really sucks, in my opinion. You just take the helmet off, and then it's like you're getting less, but that pop is going to be worth more, most likely, because it's a chase. So that's just very weird. But it is an all right looking pop. The Diamond Collection Coca-Cola Bear, this is all right. I'll let this one pass. Normally, Diamond Collection, I'm not a huge fan of, but I get it with the Coca-Cola Bear. It kind of makes sense. It's going to sell well because it's Coca-Cola Bear. And I mean, polar bears live in the winter where the ice and the snow just looks like Diamond Collection. So it kind of does make sense. The Holiday Freddy Funko, I saw the ad for this, and this sucks again for us in Canada that we can't order off the Funko shop, because I would have wanted to get this pop. I could have easily spent $75 on Black Friday. So then we have the Avengers Endgame 2-pack. Now, I'm still yet to see Endgame because I'm just an uncultured swine, I guess. This 2-pack is really, really cool from what I know about it. And honestly, that Tony Stark better glow in the dark, and then that would make this just such an awesome looking 2-pack. Then the concept series Star Wars pops. These are cool. I like the assortment of characters that we got. And yes, now we finally have that C-3PO that I've been waiting for. And man, it looks great. It almost looks exactly like the concept series looks like. And that'll probably be the one concept series pop that I do get. I really do like that one. The R2-D2 would be a cool one to get as well to go with it, but I don't know if I really need it. The Darth Vader is weird looking, but that's because the concept for Darth Vader was just so weird. I mean, all of the concept series pops are weird when you think about them compared to what we're used to seeing from each of these characters. But overall, they all look pretty good. I'm really liking this new concept series lineup. Then we're moving on to a Venomized pop. I do like this because there's a lot of colors that glow. That's about all I'm going to say about it because you guys know my opinion on Venomized pops. The Jack Skellington, this is really cool. I like this. I like that it's glow in the dark, and it's a 10-inch pop, so that's really, really cool. I'll give this one a pass. Tiger Woods, this is kind of disappointing. I mean, it's the same pose that we got with the last one, and I really want to see a Tiger Woods with, like, his green Masters jacket on. I think that'd be awesome. You don't even really have to give him a pose, just have him standing there with the jacket on. That'd be a lot better than what we have here. Street art collection, not a whole lot to say about this one. They're kind of just like the rest of them. If you didn't tell me what character it was, I would have no clue because these things are just a mess. Black Friday box with these Venomized pops. I was not very happy when I found out that it was going to be Venomized pops, but they're Fantastic Four, which is really, really cool. I love the Fantastic Four. And there are a couple pops in here that are really, really good. Like I guess it's the chase version, I guess you would call it, of the Invisible Woman. That's great. And then the Human Torch, the common looks so, so sweet. So if that chase glow-in-the-dark version looks just as good and glow-in-the-dark, that'd be so amazing. But the other two variant pops are like, I kind of do like how you get two colors with the thing. You get like more of the lighter yellowy orange, and then you have that kind of darker orange. That's kind of cool, but I don't know. I think they could have done a lot more with this box. And then we have Baby Milo. Now, this is really cool. I like this. To answer your question, DK, Baby Milo is the mascot for BAPE, the Bathing Ape clothing company. And this thing's cool. I'm not surprised that it's sold out, and I'm not surprised that people are trying to sell it for $300+, considering Bathing Ape is more of a designer clothing brand. It's pretty expensive stuff. So this makes sense, and I do want to have a Baby Milo pop eventually. A new Turtles pop. Oh my god. This thing is amazing. And it just screams at me that I really, really need to start collecting the Turtles pops. I've been wanting to for years. Ever since I got into Funko collecting, it's just Turtles have been something that I've wanted to collect, but I never got around to doing it. This thing just looks so great. It's so detailed, and it's a character that is kind of out of left field. So then we have a 10-inch Marvel Zombies Black Panther. I don't like it. I don't like the Marvel Zombies lineup. I don't really like this pop. I don't know if it's just the photo that they have, but it looks dusty. Like, if you look at the head, it just looks dusty and weird, and I don't know. I just really don't like this thing. And then, yeah, with the Stephen King pop, there's not a whole lot to say about this. You kind of summed it up pretty well. Do we really need a black and white variation before getting kind of something new? New holiday Groot. This is all right. I mean, I've voiced my opinion on Groot Pops in the past and also on one of our newest videos, top 10 list of Groot Pops, and this would not make it. Then the PC Popple. I do like the colors on this, but I just think it's a little too soon before we get another Popple Pop. Then more Diamond Collection stuff. I mean, I love the Golden Girls, but I don't see why this is Diamond Collection. It just doesn't make sense. And to me, it looks like everything is glittered besides the skin on the hands and the skin on the face. That's kind of overdoing it, in my opinion, but I guess we'll see when there's actual photos of it. And then we have this red chrome Mando. This thing is just so ugly. I mean, it looks all right. The red looks all right, but it's a chrome pop, and just why? Like, let's just give up on the chrome pops already, Funko.
All right, so now we're going to move on to our segment, the update. So, of course, we already mentioned what the update is. So, let's start off with you, MD. Has your top 10 list from last week for November 2020 updated or not?
As I look through the rest of the November pops, there are some pretty good ones, but in my opinion, a lot of these last ending November pops were just not good, in my opinion, or something that we just didn't really need. It was a lot of variations of stuff that we've had before, so nothing changed my list.
All right, so for my top 10 list, it actually did update it. So there's actually 3 pops that have been added to this list. So my original 8, 9, and 10 are now gone, starting out at number 7. So my number 7 is now the Box Lunch exclusive 6-inch Baymax pop. And I just chose the common just because I feel the chase, like I mentioned earlier, isn't really that necessary in my opinion. If I were to choose one or the other, it'd obviously just be the common. Got quite a bit of detail and people are super hyped for it. Everyone commenting Harry Baby. It is a cool looking Baymax pop. I will give it that. But personally, it wasn't there. Then coming in at number 6 on my list will be the Target exclusive Metalhead from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lineup. I think this pop has nice amount of detail, like I had mentioned. It's very colorful, and a lot of people are hyped for this pop because it is a newer character for the Ninja Turtles lineup, and it's not, let's say it's a different variant of one of the 4 turtles already. So it's cool that they're bringing in characters that I don't even know if we even seen in the original lineup of Ninja Turtles into the Retro Toys lineup. So that's cool. And then the last pop, taking the number 1 spot on my top 10 list, is the Pop in a Box exclusive Glow in the Dark Morgan and Tony Stark 2-pack. I think this looks amazing, besides what I mentioned earlier about how it's kind of 2 different scenes mixed into one and not like an actual one scene. I still think it's awesome. And even on the box itself, I forgot to mention this, on the box art in the inside, it actually shows like when you have a projector and it shows the light that beams to show it off, it shows that as in the background. So that's really crazy amount of detail they put just in the box itself. It's an awesome scene, and it's cool that Funko was able to still pull off a pop from Avengers Endgame that I guess when we thought we had all the pops for Avengers Endgame, there's still more to be done, I guess. But other than that, that's my updated list. So Tony Stark and Morgan Stark 2-pack at number 1 on my top 10 list. All right, so now we're going to move on to the first couple of pops for December 2020, which there's a couple of pretty cool pops. There's an all right pop also. And then next week, as I'm looking through the Funko Facebook page, we will kick off by talking about a new wave of Junji Ito collection, which there's some creepy looking pops in this set. But other than that, starting off first, we have ourselves Logic for the Pop Rocks lineup, in which this is going to be releasing as early as January 2021. And then Funko had announced a couple of new exclusive WWE pops, which one is a Macho Man Randy Savage with the green attire that will be exclusive to Walmart. And then they had also announced a pop and pin bundle of a Diamond Collection Nature Boy Ric Flair that'll be an EB Games / GameStop exclusive. And those are expected to release as early as February 2021. Then FYE had announced their own exclusive of Stitch with Frog, which this is going to be available this Friday. So I guess I could say today as this podcast gets released, which would be December 4th, in stores and online at FYE. And then the last pop we're talking about today, Pop Culture had announced an exclusive pop of Professor X with his headgear. I forgot the name of the headgear that it is called, but that is available now on Pop Culture's website, but should be available soon in Canada and the US, most likely Toys R Us in Canada. And I think it's already shown as a Target exclusive in the US. So here we go with Logic. So I've heard the name Logic. I don't really know much about the guy. I guess this is all right. I don't really have much to say about it. And then here's some stuff that I have a lot to say about. We got some new WWE exclusives. I'm pumped for these. Macho Man looks awesome in this green attire. I think this is an attire he wore, if I'm not mistaken, close to like the end of his WWE career in like the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's obviously just a repaint of the other Macho Man pops that we had gotten recently, but that's the thing about Macho Man. Like, he's had so many different cool attires that Funko could literally just do repaints and people would buy them. Like, I'm kind of heartbroken on which one I'm actually going to end up getting, which I think most likely still is going to be the Diamond Collection that is GameStop / EB Games exclusive. But this is still cool. I love the glasses on it. I love the hat. I love everything about this pop. It's cool. And then you got a Diamond Collection Ric Flair pop, which I already have 2 Ric Flair pops. And although I don't want to get another Ric Flair, this makes me want to get another Ric Flair just because of the fact, first of all, this is how you do Diamond Collection, because Ric Flair, he's always wearing these awesome robes and they're all nice and shiny. So Diamond Collection makes sense for this case. And also, here we go. We have the second pop ever in the WWE lineup that has a championship belt with them. And not only that, once again, it's got a Royal Rumble pin. So it's coming with a pin. So I think that's a really cool addition to this pop. And I kind of want to see how this is in person. And if I'm not mistaken, this is based off of his 1992 Royal Rumble win, considering he did win the WWE title by winning the 1992 Royal Rumble. So I think that's what they're basing off of. But a little detail, but not accurate detail, is that he has the big gold belt while he should be having the winged eagle belt, because that's what the title was in 1992. They would have had the winged eagle belt at that time, but they have the big gold belt. But I kind of understand that it's kind of easier to do the big gold belt. Stitch with the Frog. This is all right. I mean, Stitch with his many variants. I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch in a while, so I don't really remember what this scene is from. And then you got Professor X with his headgear. Once again, I forgot the name of it. This is cool. I remember watching X-Men and him having that headgear, and I don't really remember what exactly happens when he has the headgear, but it's cool that they made a pop of this. So yeah, it's a pretty cool pop. I'm sure people are going to cop for this.
So we have a Logic pop. Now, this is awesome. I'm really glad that Logic is getting a pop. To answer your question again, DK Logic is a rapper, and this pop looks great. But I do have one gripe with it, and it's why is he not wearing glasses? I feel like he's like always wearing his glasses. Like, you don't really see many videos or photos with him not wearing his glasses, but I get it because I think if they tried to add his type of glasses on there, it might make the pop look kind of silly because he kind of wears like very thin, like metal frames. So that'd be kind of hard to do without making them look like he wears like these huge glasses. So it makes sense. Overall, this is a really, really cool pop in my opinion. These new WWE exclusives too, these are so good. The Macho Man looks awesome. I love that green attire. I love the glasses. The hat's really cool as well. But that Ric Flair, man, that is so cool. I love how they made it Diamond Collection, which is something I would not normally say. but they're doing it right. It makes sense. He has like sequin buttons or whatever you would call them all over his robe. So it makes sense to be Diamond Collection. This thing's going to be so cool. It is kind of weird that they have the big gold title with them, but I do really, really like that you get a Royal Rumble pin with this as well, and it's GameStop exclusive, which is so cool for us. And this thing's great, and it just makes me wonder why they don't do more championships with the Pops who are champions or have been champions. Like, there's just an endless amount of people that you could have with title belts, especially some of those guys who are known for being a certain champion. We have another Stitch Pop. I mean, this is pretty cute. I like this pop. At the same time, it's like, I feel like we're seeing a lot of Stitch recently. And then we have Professor X, and man, this thing looks so good. I love this pop. I love how the wheelchair looks. I love that the headgear is not too over the top or over dramatic, and it looks really, really nice. I love the facial expression with just the eyebrows. It gives exactly what it needs. And the pose is great too, especially for a pop that's just sitting down. This thing is really, really nice.
That's going to be the end of this week's podcast. If you enjoyed this week's podcast, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below on what your favorite pops from this week were. Did you like the WWE pops? Did you like Professor X or even Logic? Press the subscribe button for more content like this podcast and any other videos we do in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. And if you haven't yet, follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Podcast. It'll be listed in the description below. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening to this week's podcast, and we hope to see you guys next week for our top 10 wish list for 2021. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in, peace out.